Happy Friday, everybody. It's 5 o'clock, and you know what time it is. It's 5 o'clock, and it's time for a conversation with Brother Raymond. Hey, it is the holiday weekend. I hope everybody enjoy the holiday. I hope you have a safe holiday weekend. And I'm not going to take up too much of your time because, listen, we got a great show today. We got a powerful show today. My name is Katie Lowe, and I'm from Rhythm Flow Radio live stream right here on Meta Facebook Live, YouTube, and Spreaker. And you can follow us on TikTok at Rhythm Flow Radio 3. And without further ado, I'm going to bring you the man of the hour, none other than Brother Raymond. And I'm going to get out of the screen. Watch this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Conversation with Brother Raymond. I'm your host, Brother Raymond. As we all do always, we reference God, so we'll give God his reference, and then we'll get to the show. Heavenly Father, we come to you thanking you for allowing us to live to see another day, waking up in our right frame of mind. Lord, we ask that you continue to keep us from all hurt, harm, and dangers. God, our children, God, our elders, God, our family, and God, our communities. Lord, we ask that you bring peace in the heart of those who don't have peace and justice in the minds of those who don't have justice. We ask all these things in your mighty precious Son, Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that and tuning in to a conversation with Brother Raymond. I am your host. Today we have a phenomenal show. Phenomenal. We have the legendary and the honorable Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. in the building, and we have the phenomenal Stephen Smith, the $1 million. He won $1 million grant for his hard work and dedication. And when I tell you these are two phenomenal brothers, these two brothers are phenomenal in different areas and segments. As you already know, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., the chairman, and he's of the Cubs, and his father is the senior, who was the head of the Black Panther Party. Now he's the head of the Black Panther Cubs, so he's getting it in like that. So what we're doing today is we're bringing both of them together, because what happened was this young brother Stephen was so phenomenal, he recreated the murder scene. And so I brought these two brothers together so that we can dialogue on this and talk about this. But before we do that, we're going to say happy birthday to everybody. Have a birthday. Cancer season is in the building. Yes, sir. Mine's 720, baby. Our condolences goes out to all the ones we lost along the way. A special goes out to my man, Deshaun Dampier, a.k.a. Chevy, a.k.a. She, from Cabrini, from Chicago. His fight, he had a gallant fight, and he's going on with the Lord. May the Lord continue to bless and hold his family and their time of bereavement. We're going to salute Sister Brown. She made history as the first Supreme Court's female, first black woman on the Supreme Court bench. So we want to salute her. We also want to salute Maria Barlow. She was just elected Cook County judge. Salute to her. She was out there doing her work. She had been on the show, and she put in the work, y'all. And when you put in the work, you get the great results. Yes, I'm telling y'all. You put in the work, you get the results. This sister Maria Barlow put in the work, and she was rewarded with being elected a Cook County judge. So you will be seeing her on the bench very soon. So be looking out for her. And she'll be coming back on the show, because we got to talk about now the transition of how she got there and the blessing that came along with it and the hard work and dedication. But we ain't going to hold y'all. Y'all didn't come to hear my mouth. Y'all come to hear the chairman, Fred Hampton Jr., and y'all came to talk to Brother Stephen. So without further ado, Katie Lowe, could you bring them on? Hey, there they go. Chairman, this is the young brother Stephen. Stephen, this is the chairman. This is the brother that I wanted you to meet. And this is the reason why I had this show today, because I had to bring you guys together. Man, Chairman, as you already know, we've been in the fight for a long time together. And man, brother, when I seen this, I knew it had your name all over it. So you see, I called you while the show was going. I said I got to call the chairman and let him know what's happening. So man, I salute you, Stephen. I salute you, Chairman. Let's go. You can introduce yourselves. Whichever one y'all want to go first, let's get it.
I guess I'm going first. My name is Stephen Thomas. Nice to meet you all. I like playing basketball, playing video games, rapping. Uh, yeah, I did make over $1 million in scholarships. It's really almost 2 million now, 1.7 to be exact. But I think that's the most notable stuff about me. Again, nice to meet you.
First and foremost, let me say I'm honored and humbled to be here. It's good to see you again, my brother, man. It's been a while, man. In fact, I want you to resend me that picture. We took it at a school
Yes.
out south on the states with the youngsters. I
Gotcha.
don't know what that picture just hit me. I want to see that. If you can't resend me that picture, repost that picture.
I got you. Yes,
Young
sir.
brother Stephen, it's good. It's good to see you, man. I look forward to meeting you face to face. I just want to say right on to you, man. I had seen my brother Raymond had sent me the pictures of the display / diagram that you did. Well, let me ask this question first. Am I able to be heard? Because we got like a
Yeah, you can hear. We can hear you.
regular air conditioner running in the back. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
make
we
sure.
can hear you.
Okay, right on. And I seen the diagram, and I haven't had the fortune to meet you yet, but he had told me that you were a young brother, and that is inspirational to see people, you know what I'm saying, take the initiative uh, in regards to touching on what we refer to as one of the not so safe subjects, and that being not only Chairman Fred, but also, you know what I'm saying, the assassinations of Chairman Fred, the President Mark Clark. And I want to, you know, I want to struggle with you in good spirit. I want to struggle with you, you know, so like some of the terms, you know, as opposed to murder, that we say assassinated, but we can come through. But however, we can deal with that. The fact
What's
that you
going on,
even
man?
related, the fact that you related to that, the fact that you related to that, again, it's inspirational because reality is, man, we go through a lot of battle fatigue and this struggle, man, and it's a constant battle, man. But to see that, and lately I've been having some real good some good charge ups, you know, saying coming in contact with a lot of young, you know, some young brothers and sisters who, you know, sometimes we worry like, okay, how does, because we say legacy is more important than your life and the legacy of the struggle, man. And so when I seen that when he sent it to me, I was immediately inspired, man. You know what I'm saying? And for those who tuning in who may not, you know, who I may be just speaking, they may not be familiar with what we're talking about. That diagram, that the layout that you put together in regard, you know what I'm saying, to this site in which we refer to one of our ground zeros, assassination location, a Chairman for the Mark Class. I want to open up with commending you and look forward to dialogue with you and look forward to future. I want you to come. I look forward to you being here directly at the Hampton House. You know what I'm saying, and also whatever innovative tactics we can use to get the word, you know what I'm saying, to, you know what I'm saying, to generations to come. For Chairman Mao Zedong has said that if I move a grain of sand and my son moves a grain of sand and my grandson moves a grain of sand, we can move mountains, man. So I look forward to it.
Oh yeah, yes sir, yes sir. And I wanted to first. Everybody spoke, so I wanted to first get into it. But Stephen, I want you to elaborate on that because that piece that you've done, brother, is so powerful and unique to the point that man, a lot of people don't understand what you have done. So we want to bring it to the light of the world, as the chairman was talking about, and let them understand what you had just done, bro. So what inspired you to create that? Could you elaborate on it, brother?
Most definitely. So there's a lot of documentaries out about a lot of different civil rights movements, all type of stuff that happened in the fight for our equality. right after we were freed as slaves. There's a whole bunch of documents about him, a whole bunch of movies, shows, all of that. And I've seen a fair amount of them. But none kept me as interested and intrigued as Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah, I thought I said it wrong. I'm sorry. It just like every minute I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. Like everything was just amazing. And that when I was being told about what the prompt was for the history fair that year, it said it was like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but the gist of it was just like what came up, like things that happened because of like other things. That is really vague. I'm sorry about that, but I can't remember the exact things they said off the top of my head. But as they were describing it, it's just I had a list in my head already, and as they were describing it more, it just went like blank, blank, blank. Fred Hampton. It had to be. It had to be. And then I was just basically talking about how at first I was just like how his death impacted Chicago and how it impacted all the people and all the groups that Fred Hampton had touched or inspired. And as I was going more into the research with it, I was just like, I can't call it a death. The more that I was looking at it, it was just like the word death seemed like, if I use the word death, it would have just seemed like, okay, something untimely happened, like he died of like natural causes or something. No, I have to use assassination or murder because plain and simple, bottom line is that's what happened. And as I'm going more into it, I'm just reading more about like the events that took place beforehand, all the people involved, including Mr. Mark Clark, all of that, and it was just like I was getting more inspired and more determined. And I'm not gonna lie, a couple of things I was nervous to put in there. It was a lot of stuff I was nervous to put in there, and my mom said something to me that like just like it shook me. Not like scary, but it just like shook me back to reality. She was like, when you're talking about the history of the advancement of African American people, if you don't make white people uncomfortable, you're not doing it right. And that just sat with me. Like I couldn't remember anything else. Like from that time, I can't remember anything else. Like really.
Hold on, bro. Excuse me 1 second, brother. Hey, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm on my Facebook Live also. I gotta ask, can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear this? Let me know. Can you hear this?
Wow.
Can you hear this? Let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear. I get the air conditioner. I turn it. It's kind of raggedy. We in the Hampton house. We ain't got the resources we supposed to have. I will turn this off. I was doing the heat to make sure y'all hear every word. This young brother, and also, bro, if you can, I want to respect how you say how your style, how you said the interview up, Brother Raymond. But if he can just lay out how old he is, also his age.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I don't want to draw any foregone conclusions. So let me know if those who I'm tapping in. If you let me know if you cannot hear this. You know what I'm saying? I turn the air conditioner up on the side, and free them all. Minister of Transportation, Anita Kazan, y'all hearing? Okay, right on, mother. Hey, I don't want to stunt your style, man, but just give you the heads up. Respect to your mother for what she said, and you know what I'm saying. And ironically, my mother, comrade, she's tuning in. She's hearing the widow of Chairman Fred Hampton, man.
Yes, and tell me your age, by the way.
So your age, please.
I'm 18.
This is okay. 18 years old.
Go ahead.
Could you repeat again what when he was doing this, when he was putting together doing this project, the diagram, your mother, you said you was concerned about, you was concerned about putting certain things in the project, and your mother said what?
When talking about the advancements of the African American people. If you're not making white people uncomfortable, you're not doing it right.
Wow. So man, I mean, so and then so what? Okay, when you went there, what inspired you to just take it? Because you did this carefully and piece by piece, brother. You have recreated the real history of what they covered up. What I seen and what the chairman seen was phenomenal. So what inspired you to, after your mother told you that, what inspired you to go piece by piece and to recreate the scene in which the legendary and the honorable Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. was assassinated? What inspired you to do that?
When my mom said that, it's like I didn't care about anyone's comfortability at that point.
Okay.
When she had told me that, it was just like, if I'm gonna tell it, I'm not gonna tell it halfway. And then it hit me. It was like, I've been doing this. I did this like all 4 years of my high school life. All 4 years I did it, and every year I made a really big diagram to put emphasis on what the people that I did them on, to put emphasis on like their legacy, on like what they did. Yes. But in Fred Hampton's case, I was focusing more on his death and what came of it than what Fred Hampton had actually accomplished in life. And so I was originally thinking about like just having a really big diagram where I just like had like Black Panther themed stuff, like just a whole bunch of stuff. And then I'm just like, what can I do to make people uncomfortable with me talking about this? And I was like, let me recreate the scene where Fred Hampton was assassinated in the aftermath of all that. And my mom, she loved the entire idea. She loved it, and she told me to go for it. And I am a mother's boy. It's like I'm gonna say that hands down. Everything I do, I want to do, I run it through my mother.
Okay.
When my mom gives me the green light to do something, I'm not stopping until it's done.
All right.
And my mom gave me an inch, I took a mile. I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but I do feel like I really raised the bar when I made that.
Yeah, you raised the bar on that. I've seen many projects. I've never seen one as enthused as this. I'm talking about well put together. Now I'm not taking up from nobody else, but the way you went room to room. You did the front of the building. You with the I'm looking, Chairman. I'm looking like this is unbelievable. I said I got to call the chairman. I had to call you. We on the show. I said I got to call the chairman. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I got to call the chairman, let the chairman know what's going on. And so that's what inspired me. You inspired me to call the chairman, let the chairman know, and the chairman seen it. He called back on the show. So this is how powerful. I don't know if you even recognize the dynamics of what you just did with that piece, but that is a very powerful piece you did, young brother. And I commend you. And your mama, Sister Erica, she listening. Shout out to you, Erica. I see you. And she said I sure did tell them to do that. But that's what it is, man. And that's why I brought you together, because I want you to get the history from Chairman Jr. on what it is. And then we're gonna get into the COINTEL Pro. I got the COINTEL Pro up here. And the show started off with Chairman Fred Hampton Jr.'s track. Have you heard that track?
I unfortunately have not.
You got to the track. I'm talking about he laid it down. See, this is what I'm saying. We so put together and parts that a lot of people don't understand this. When I first heard it, I was like, hell, we was like, we got our fists up. Friend, man, he laid it down. I will let you listen to it yourself. But that was a powerful track, and that's what we live on the show with. We use that on the show today. So we're gonna transition to the chairman talk, and then we're gonna get into this COINTEL Pro, and then we're gonna get into this you come to the Hampton house and you donating and all that. We're gonna get to that. Go ahead, Chairman.
Again, man, let me say right on. Let me people from Canada are listening in right now. His brother named Norman Richmond. He's phenomenal. He is I won't say notorious, but he is connected to our mind and our heart for connecting, in particular, the history of music and art with our struggles. Because a lot of times people try to there's a continuous attempt to detach not only art and music, but different phenomena from our movements. You mentioned any group, the Temptations are different. You know, I'm probably going a little far back for you, young brother Stephen, but we say everything is political. And when you talk about different, you know, you look back, like even when I tell you, like when you watch them food shows and food TV shows, and you can tell by, you know, what type of food is they're eating in Vietnam or the Philippines or Africa at a certain time. It's reflective of who was colonizing them, who was oppressing them, and also what type of resistance was happening. Norman Richard just actually said he can barely hear, so I hope he can hear it now. He's always, when you mention a song or something happened, he always, you know, comments about, he ties it in. Well, you know, that's when the uprisings were happening in Cincinnati, and he'll tell you which artists aligned with the boycott, which artists disagreed with the boycott, you know, who didn't go along with it. Mother Koo and Jerry, she said she would like to meet you, and your mother also. I just want to say, just for clarity, what you said. I think she misheard your quote, what your mother said. This is what brother Stephen Thomas said when he was doing the project on Chairman Fred. He was concerned, and I mean, I respect and appreciate that so much. A lot of people come in like they try to talk like, well, you know, they dismiss or devalue why we don't know certain things. Tupac has said that we knew in school to say Malcolm X as opposed to Dr. King. You know, Tupac said that, and there's no disrespect to Dr. King. Well, let's be upfront about this here. We know the repercussions that come down for this. We know we can, like when investigators talk to children. A lot of times this system treats our people like children. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell us, like when the coronavirus, they'll say, stay in the house, no information. They don't tell us nothing. They don't give us no, like you tell your child, just do what I say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the dynamics of when you talk to a child, you ask them certain questions, they kind of look for, okay, am I saying the right thing? You know what I'm saying? They look for, you know, reward.
Yeah.
And our people, we know don't talk about the Black Panther Party. Don't mention Chairman Fred Hampton. We know, we're told directly, indirectly, the entertainers, the rappers, they know to come in, you know what I'm saying, and engage, just engage in, you know, referencing our people, you know, misogynistic terms, disrespecting our people. They know not to, people say, I don't know why these rappers don't talk about nothing, you know what I'm saying, conscious. They know what to say. If they do tell us something conscious, it's in an abstract sort of way. In other words, like I told one famous, I don't want to, it's kind of too graphic right now, but but the Black Panther Party was a tangible, concrete organization. It was a definition for the Black Panther Party. And, you know, I want to struggle with you. Now I struggle with you also. Never take it as that, you know, we argue, and they never take my passion is, you know, automatically antagonistic. We stress the chairman, and because it puts it in the context of the official capacity, you know what I'm saying, of an organization, the assassination. Our people don't believe that we are worthy of certain things. There were certain things that we put in that movie that we fought for. You know what I'm saying? Like even because the government just didn't go out and the government just didn't get one day to say kill them niggas. They had an actual program. We're gonna talk about it. Brother Raymond talked about the COINTEL program.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To go assassinate, to take them out. They knew who to take out, they knew who to leave.
Yeah.
It's like Genghis Khan of the Mongolians. When Genghis Khan went through China, he didn't just say wipe out all the Chinese. He targeted a certain individual. He said, take them out. Leave certain men around, certain males around to reproduce with the Chinese community, to produce a desired sort of Chinese people. In our community, it's certain, you know what I'm saying, the government, they knew who to strategically strike. It was under President Donald Trump, former U.S. President Donald Trump. Under his tenure, they had a satellite catch a guy from, I think, Afghanistan, coming out the airport, a missile, knock him dead in his head. The missile went past his security. The missile went past everywhere and went dead to the person they wanted. They said, that's what we want. That's what they wanted to get.
Yeah.
The Black Panther Party was an official, the COINTELPRO. That's why in the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, you see in the beginning, I talked to Martin Sheen, who you know what I'm saying, talked to his wife on the set of Judas and the Black Messiah. He said that was intentionally put in the movie. They said over 90% of the COINTELPRO were directed to the Black Panther Party.
Yes.
Your mother told you, if you say something about our people's history, if you don't if white people are not uncomfortable, they're not uncomfortable, you're not doing something right.
Exactly.
And that's a reality. That's a reality. We can't say in one breath that there's a war being waged upon us. And when you go and you speak and everybody's comfortable, you have to question yourself. I don't know if you ever heard of Field Marshal George Jackson?
No, sir, no.
Field Marshal George Jackson was born. George Jackson was born on the west side of Chicago, what is now known as the Henry Horner Projects. His family moved, they moved to the west side, they moved to California, they relocated. He ended up being locked up on a case. He ended up being drafted by the Black Panther Party under the direction of Minister U.E.P. Newton. The Black Panther Party was founded by Minister U.E.P. Newton and Chairman Bobby Seale, but Minister U.E.P. Newton drafted Field Marshal George Jackson to become the Field Marshal of the Black Panther Party. Field Marshal George Jackson said when he was a child in school, the nuns would leave money laying on the table. He felt offensive that they would feel that cocky to leave the money on the table. He didn't take it. He took it because I was disrespected. When people, I tell all these groups when they go around and they say stuff like these people get on the news and Fox News, they talk about the white man and the white man still feel comfortable. I said, that's a telltale sign about you. I said, if I said half of the stuff that you said, they'll bury me under the penitentiary. They know it's certain dogs that when certain dogs bark and bite, ain't nobody moving. They're not tripping. One time, I don't know if you remember when Dr. Dre came up, Dr. Dre was going to be a big billionaire, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Face, formerly known as Scarface of the Ghetto Boys, had done an interview and he was saying how he's going to move up to certain status. I immediately called Face. Have you heard of the Ghetto Boys, little brother?
No, sir.
Please check them out. Check them out.
Yeah.
They had a podcast too called we just done it too.
Damn.
What's Ghetto Boys podcast? Damn. Face and Willie D, man.
You got me too. I'll look it up, but go ahead.
Yeah, Larry Hoover Jr. and Miss Whitney, who they just on the two. Me and my mother, we just done it not too long ago. But Face, I call Face. I say, Face, you will never be in the status of a Dr. Dre. Why do you think I said that? Just out of curiosity.
Yeesh. I truly have no idea.
Not because of a lack of talent. Not because of a lack of talent. Face, he played the guitar, he played live instruments, you name it, he do it. I say, Face, you are cut from a cloth. Go look at them Houston dog channels. When the dog catchers go in them dog houses, there are certain pit bulls they can look at and say, take that dog home to my daughter. I'm going to retrain him for my daughter. There are certain dogs they look at and say, down him. He's a problem.
Ghetto Boys Reloaded.
Ghetto Boys Reloaded. There are certain people that they can smell you have a backbone. And certain people that say, man, don't trip on them. It's no problem. It's like you look at, so they talk about like who was allowed to come in the house. Malcolm X was the house slave and the field slave. They study, they know your background. They know you better than you know yourself. Certain times we able to get the peel and the applesauce, you know what I'm saying? But to get the conversation going. But there are certain dynamics, they can smell it. They can say, no, this presents. In India, when they train elephants in India, if an elephant sees a trainer step on a cup and the elephant steps on the cup, that elephant has to be destroyed or transferred because that presents a problem. The elephant might go back to the other elephant and say, hey, man, we shouldn't be getting up under this chump. We weigh more than this chump. You know what I'm saying? So the Black Panther Party was a revolutionary organization. You had cats from all walks of life come in there and they had a certain run time where the government was not able to pick out who was who. They knew ahead of time on Fred Hampton. I'm not saying this before he was Chairman Fred. When he was a child, he wasn't even in school yet. His older brother, some white boys had beat his older brother up in the school. He took a bottle full of wagons in a wagon and went to the school and beat the white boys up as a child.
Wow.
13, 14 years old, he took the junior NAACP from 7 to 300 members, 7.5 month time period. When they called for a wiretap to be put on his house right here, my grandparents' home, the DC Bureau of the FBI said it must be a typo. It's no way possible he can be 14 years old. It defies logic. Proviso East High School. The former wife of Bob Johnson, the CEO of BET, former CEO of BET. His former wife, she had won the Miss Homecoming Queen of Proviso East. This ain't no black woman getting this. In the discussion. Down the white girl said, here's your crown. Fred Hampton said, oh, stop the car. It ain't happening. Protested, challenged him. Before he was Chairman Fred. Administration said, wait a minute. Okay, we have 2 homecoming queens. One no swimming pool facilities for black children out here in Maywood. Black children will have to look across at Melrose Park and watch white children play in the pool, 100 degrees weather. 12 years old, Fred Hampton. 12 years old. Took a few of his schoolmates. Little girls, little guys, took branches from trees, cardboard, made posters when they protested the police station. The police threw tear gas canisters at them. Fred Hampton took the tear gas canister, threw it right back at the police station. 12 years old.
Wow.
12 years old. Goodyear ice cream truck pulled up through the community. They sell ice cream. They say, I'm gonna say they say.
Right.
I don't know how long statute of limitations is. They might try to get you on there, so I'm gonna just say this. They
Right.
say Chairman Fred took 71 ounces of ice cream from the ice cream truck guy and gave it to the children.
Wow.
Chairman Fred defended him. He said in his defense, even though they lied on me to make me out to be a thief, they made me out to be a Robin Hood type of thief. Still showing the true nature of the Panther. They sent him to Stateville prison. When he got to Stateville, at that time, they would call you by your name. Wasn't no calling you Stephen Thomas, brother. They would call you B-10329. So they would call you by a number. You supposed to answer. And Cass went along with that.
Yeah.
Whenever they approached him with that number, he said, I'm Deputy Chairman Fred. I'm the North Chapter Chairman of the Black Panther. He told the police, Chairman Fred. A lot of cats changed their tune when around white folks. They vernacular. They call code switch. He kept that same Southern dialect. He kept that title. He told the warden, I'm Chairman Fred, Deputy Chairman, Lord Chapter of the Black Panther Party.
We have a young lady, pastor actually. Pastor say yes, even in Oak Park at Austin and Lake Park District, they wouldn't let them swim in the swimming pools.
Come on, man. This we go. See, this why this is important. The way it's so much stuff that happened to us. A lot of people talk about struggles subjectively. Me and I. It's striking nerves. See, Chairman Fred, why am I a threat? We heighten on the movie set. I kept on saying heighten the contradictions. They included them say, Chairman, you always say that. Yeah, they put it in the movie. You will never hear me say the police killed my daddy. Never hear me say that. You know why? Number of reasons. It takes it away from a connection to you and anybody else. If it's just the police killed my daddy, the government assassinated Chairman Fred, you're able to relate to it because the deal is they kill all our daddies in one way or another. Shoot them down, string them up, lock them up, park them out, one way or another.
Yeah.
Once we heighten the contradictions with the Hampton house, they try to take this. They try to take this motherfucking house. They got my quote in the police station right now. We told them motherfuckers, hey, handcuffs and caskets before we abandon it. We here. And other grandmothers said they tried to take my house. I worked all my life, paid my bills. How did y'all save y'all? We put it out to the people. The Save the Hampton House campaign.
Yep.
When they assassinated Chairman Fred, the police said the Chicago Tribune said it was a shootout. The Black Panther Party said, open the doors. Come see for yourself what happened. Freezing cold, 1969. All over the world they came in.
Yes, indeed.
They didn't dictate to the people. They heightened the contradiction. So, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It came out over 99 rounds, at least, was shot into the house. Even their own police ballistic specialists came out the conclusion. After the Panther Party said, man, this was assassination, man. A lot of people scared to say Chairman Fred. I said, man, we got Hollywood saying it. God damn it, say it. Chairman Fred. Defense Captain Mark Clark. The birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
You ain't got to wear no t-shirts with no Lucky Luciano, who was a government snitch, government informant. You got 14 to 24-year-old brothers and sisters that stood up against this system and said, man, we drawing the line. And you got an organization today. I was in a debate with this cat this morning, man. He's trying to do a video commercial for us for upcoming August 30th. That's the Chairman Fred Streets party.
Right.
It's so difficult to get this cat to do the video because he keep coming on his political line. He ain't never heard of no cats stand up on their own. A lot of cats are so trained by the state, they can't even reference, they don't understand a group of black people organized the First Free Breakfast Program.
Right.
They can't understand a 19, 20-year-old cat organizing the Rainbow Coalition.
Right.
It's like you trying to explain to somebody who live in the Sahara Desert about how cold it is in Alaska. They can't relate to it.
Right.
So they say, man, it got to be some white folks in charge. So no, it was a group of brothers and sisters that stood up and say, man, here's our 10-point platform.
Yes.
And we are willing to fight and give our life for some people, you know what I'm saying? Even if those, a lot of people fight for people who they know.
Right.
They stood up for our people all over the world.
Exactly.
And that move, that's, I try to find, like, I know Minister Huey P. how people don't read as much as we like for them to read. We coming at you through your pool halls, your barber shops, your son. Go Google my name on YouTube. Type in Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. I don't like. When I remixed that song, the police went through O Block and told them shorty they better not never play that song. I remixed it.
And speaking of O Block, remember me, you, and Sister Rice went through there when they killed that young brother?
Come on, man.
We walked through O Block when they said when nobody was able to walk
they said
through there.
Nobody go through there. Me, you, Demir Rice's mother walked there.
Yep, Sam Rice.
Real talk.
Yeah, we went through there and we talked to the brothers, you know, and they was just as concerned as we was.
Yeah, we talk. How they say in church, we fellowship with them brothers, man.
Exactly.
So we hit that's our community, that's our people.
Exactly. And we said we would not be afraid of our own people.
Come on, man.
So many other blacks that were standing out there outside the barracks. We went around the barracks, went in there and went and met with our brothers. We talked with our brothers. We talked to the slain young man's mother and his family. And
Come on, Brother Raymond.
And we got a clear understanding with them. We let them know where we was and what we stood for, and they respected that.
Come on, Brother Raymond.
Don't talk about that. They don't talk about.
I wish we find that footage, and we are reposting. Because see, they can't take it from me directly. That's why we need this young brother too, man. You know what I'm saying? See,
yeah.
A lot of people see it's too. The movie A Few Good Men, Jack Nicholson played a role in there. The famous line he said was, they said, what happened? He said, y'all can't handle the truth.
Can't handle the truth. Can't handle the truth.
It's gonna be an audience. It's gonna be some resources that have come through. I need you online, little brother. We say hold the line, hold the line.
Yeah.
Get this word out. But see, A lot of cats ain't never heard. You can't go too fast. A lot of people say they can't even hear it. Like I was on the phone this morning. This cat couldn't even hear nothing I was saying. He was like talking a foreign language. I said, man, you put a commercial together for Chairman Fred's street party for his birthday. Why ain't no pictures of Chairman Fred? Why the Black Panther Party logo not in there? He couldn't see it. It was foreign to him, and you can't force feed them because they're overdose. It's like they found 13 white children abandoned in California. 13 white children. They were starving. Or if their mother and father didn't give them nothing, they were starving. When they brought them out, everybody said, oh, feed them, feed them. The doctor said, wait a minute, oh, stop. He said, what? Everybody, you got to feed them. He said, man, you'll kill them. You'll kill them. He said, you have to assess them first. Some of them can take some saline, some can take different parts. You can't force feed them. They ain't a long time. Man, on a minor note, we got these dogs at the Hampton House. We call it Hampton House Hounds. These dogs at the Hampton House. Lost one of the puppies today. She couldn't even drink it. I'm getting the thing to put it, shooting the Pedialyte in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take a step by step. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm watching the process. You know what I'm saying? The struggle. She fighting. You know what I'm saying? I come in 2 days ago. She drowned in the water. We took step by step. I use that analogy for our people. You have to assess what you're dealing with. Some of us, you go check they just did an African ancestry on me the other day. They say, man, your mother come from your mother maternal line come from Niger. And we really don't like talking about the paternal line because it's been so much rape. The Portuguese, Spanish, English, they've been raping us so much. We don't like talking about the paternal line. But we check your paternal line. You come from was it Golden? Mother, come right, help me out. Well, what part of it's West Africa? West Africa. I've got the particular place they found it from. And the deal is, I tell people, you can't draw foregone conclusions. A lot of people say, you don't really need no more Povich for a lot of these people, man. You can check a lot of these cats' DNA and talk to them so they come from. They did a trick on Puffy Cone, Gambon. That's what Gambon, my paternal side. They checked Puffy Cone's DNA. They couldn't find no history, no lineage of chattel slavery. You ain't hear what I said?
Huh?
You ain't hear what I said? I was talking too fast. You hear what I said?
Wow.
You hear what I said, Stephen? You hear what I said? You hear what I said? You hear what I said? Because a lot of cats, not y'all, not us, try to foregone conclusion that all black folks are slaves. This dude ain't got none in his DNA. You try to figure out why white folks feel so comfortable with him. He's like a dog trainer, man. Listen. A guy come the other day to he want to get a Hampton House hound. He said, man, I heard about them dogs, man. He said, I just want to get one because he come from the Hampton House. He said, hey, man, what's the breed of this one? Technically, I know it's a Hampton House hound. I said, well, man, the mama is a German Rottweiler, daddy is a Cane Corso. He said, got papers. I said, no papers, man. Ain't no parole or nothing. No papers, none of that. I said, they go to mama, they go to daddy.
Right.
He says, is it German or American Rottweiler? I said, I told you German. I say, man, sad question. How's your children's grandparents? He said, huh? How's your children's grandparents on your maternal side? He said, I don't know them. I said, oh, you got me on the stand grilling me about the DNA of dogs. You don't even know where your children come from. And don't care.
Wow.
Puffy Combs, they did a whole lineage of them. They couldn't find no history of chattel slavery. None.
Wow. That's heavy.
And you want to talk to him about why he ain't saying nothing, why he can do to come up on stage and feel white folks like, no, he ain't trip. We bred him.
Wow. Okay, bro, that's heavy. Let's get into this COINTELPRO Pro because I love the way you dialogue it and you break it down. And here it says, it's talking about a symbolic abbreviation derived from counterintelligence program 1956 to 1971 was a series of covert and illegal projects conducted by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, discrediting, and disrupting domestic American political organizations. FBI records show COINTELPRO resources targeted groups and individuals the FBI deemed subversive, right? Including feminist organizations. Now, when I heard you saying this about the COINTELPRO years ago, I was like, wow, what is he really talking about? Because I didn't know what you was really talking about. I didn't catch it, but I always heard as I go back and play it, heard your father and the brothers talk about this. So could you break it down so Stephen he'll understand more of this, and the people that's listening, the viewers, can understand what it is and what is the COINTELPRO, why was it designed?
A lot of people want to say, well, the Black Panther Party just faded away. A lot of people want to say, man, he always tripping, man. He gonna make a big thing about words and terms. When Jay-Z had said that he arrived the same day Fred Hampton died. So Jay-Z's birthday, December the 4th, 1969. You know that, little brother?
Oh, yes, sir.
We had a discussion, and you go back and listen to the soundtrack. He altered it, man. I respect that, and I appreciate that, man. He said, man, hold on, was assassinated. A lot of us don't think that we worthy of being assassinated. A lot of us don't think that we worthy of being targeted. A lot of us believe in our back of our minds, ain't no government thing about us, man. We can't fathom that, man. We hear about the government, we think about they watching some people in Russia, 007, James Bond. We don't believe that they will put together, that the University of Chicago put together a program, the projects. They actually tell you in your face.
Yeah.
The projects, they will put together projects and say, okay, test them with rats, put them on little levels.
Yes.
And see how we create chaos, confusion.
Yes.
A lot of us don't believe that at the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, when he came from Jamaica, when he came to the U.S., a lot of us under the impression that J. Edgar Hoover, you hear him? When I say this, I don't want to get the impression I'm browbeating this little brother either. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm, this ain't no pissing contest. You know what I'm saying? In my passion is not. You know what I'm saying? Is first of all, I want to reiterate. I appreciate this brother. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate him, man, so much. So and we can deal with ignorance. We have an issue with arrogance and ignorance. You know what I'm saying? J. Edgar Hoover was a director of the FBI, former director of the FBI. William Sullivan was a deputy director of the FBI. COINTELPRO was architected by William Sullivan, created by J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover was initially a simple district attorney, a state's attorney, district attorney. They tell us that the FBI was targeting the mafia. You heard that before? The brother, Stephen?
Oh, yes, sir, I have.
That's the propaganda they give us. That he denied the mafia existed. When the former Attorney General was John Kennedy, brother, Robert Kennedy. Robert Kennedy, when we brought up in hearings, J. Edgar said, ain't no such thing, ain't no mafia here. Same way in Chicago, you never hear them say the cartel exists. You never hear them say the cartel exists in Chicago. Why? They're on the payroll for them. They work for the government. They denied that the mafia even existed. Wasn't no attack. Luciano was not lucky. You know what I'm saying? Luciano was an international snitch. Luciano was used, they put him on a ship when they was getting them going to Italy to get on Mussolini. The government said we can't put the drugs in directly. Y'all are pass-throughs. Run through them. J. Edgar Hoover became the director of the FBI at the expense of attacking Marcus Mosiah Garvey in one of the most phenomenal movies black people have ever seen in this country, if not the world. I'm gonna say this country, because there's so much stuff in Africa we don't know about. The UNIA, Universal Negro Improvement Association, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. In fact, August 17th is his birthday, and we pushing for a national call. Every state to make August 17th Marcus Garvey Day. We're gonna push for a pardon on the case. He was locked up. They locked him up, man. They attacked him. And they just attack him. I be say, man, the white man always doing something to us. You're right. But they just the white man. They got to use. We got a saying. The Portuguese could have never kidnapped me if it weren't for the assistance of Negro kings.
Say that again.
The Portuguese could have never kidnapped me without the assistance of some Negro kings. See, our politics don't relate to race nationalism. We relate to internationalism. We call the question on Uncle Sam and Sambo. The gringo and the Negro. We don't care what your last name is, none of that. We call the question. Political. J. Edgar Hoover, the attack on Marcus Garvey, they employed people. Go back and check the records.
Yeah.
Go back and check the records, the attacks, the slander that was waged on Marcus Garvey through the government directly. The Communist Party, W.E.B. Du Bois. I know I'm cutting some corners here, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
Go back and check when he came to Chicago.
Yeah.
Who attacked him? Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who gave us the red, the black, and the green. I seen a brother 2 nights ago riding through the west side of Chicago, right? He had guess what kind of flag he had, Stephen?
Hey.
That's your mother?
Yes, sir.
Respect. Respect.
Who is that? Who music is that?
That's my mom. She's watching it and she.
Oh, okay.
She get that. She come on. She get that. The mama get that. Yeah, mama. Respect. Right on.
Right.
Hey, right
Go
on.
ahead. Go ahead, Fred, because I want to understand the COINTELPRO, and I want the people to understand what it is.
I can appear for a minute. I'm on the west side the other night, right?
Uh-huh.
My office is the streets.
Right.
I work hours 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That's it.
My desk is the gangways and alleyways. I see Shorty pull up on a motorcycle, right? Guess what kind of flag he got on? He got, little brother.
What kind of flag, yeah.
He got a red, black, green flag. But guess how the flag look?
Look.
Like an American flag. It's red, black, and green. I said, man, I said, Shorty, let me ask you a question, bro. Why is it the Puerto Ricans ride with the Puerto Rican flag and the Mexicano ride with the Mexicano flag? If anything, we should be, and we still trying to, like a battered woman, trying to hold on to this motherfucker. Garvey gave us the red, the black, and the green, man.
Yes, he did.
Malcolm X said we are victims of America, man.
Yes.
Oh, man, no, I live in America. Malcolm X said just because a cat has some kittens in the ovens don't make them muffins. You hear me?
Yeah.
August, we want them red, black, and green flags to fly through these cars. You watch the response from these police. You watching. There's a reason why we scared to say we African. You know what I'm saying? Back to COINTELPRO. All this connected. All this connected.
Yeah, I know.
And they don't, not the horse's mouth, the pig's mouth. They attacked Garvey, man. They slandered him, locked him up, put him in Atlanta Federal Penitentiary. Garvey, man. Garvey had black people stand up all over the world, man. Garvey never got to go to Africa himself. But you seen people stand up with the pledge to African people, man, all over the world.
Yes,
They attacked Garvey. They slandered Garvey. They made cartoons about Garvey. His wife stood with him. She wrote the Amy Johnson Garvey. They put the paper together. The philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey. They provided so much for us. You seen one sister say her daddy would come home from work. He'd be his spirit to be broke. He'd throw his uniform on for the UNIA. He'd stand up with pride. He'd hop on a bus with his children. He said, put your hands on that, on the stocks for the ships, the Black Star Line. Write this down, the Black Star Line. That the government had the first Negro informant coming, you know what I'm saying? Bogus ships, you know what I'm saying, to tackle God. And people say, well, man, Garvey wasn't a good businessman. They can say everything wrong with black folks. They can't say nothing about no goddamn COINTELPRO. They reported Garvey's death. The Chicago Defender a day before his actual death.
Wow.
Out of the words of the federal government, it said COINTELPRO is a program Created, I'm gonna say it slow because I gotta have to talk fast. Created to discredit, disrupt, and destroy, dismantle any black nationalist movements, especially amongst who? Take a shot, take a guess at it.
Amongst who?
The youth.
Yes.
Because see, after a while, after a while, you go along with this shit. You know what I'm saying? You come in through the door, you're like, man, ain't no white dude running around giving no toys to no sled with no reindeers, man. After a while, you start going along with it. You say, okay, I'm gonna go along with it. He said, especially with the amongst the youth. They came at him, COINTELPRO, locking them up, attacking them, kicking through doors. Little Bobby Hutton, 17 years old, Oakland, California, April 6, 1968, gunned down, Oakland Police Department. 2 days after Dr. King was assassinated, April 4th, 1968. Locking them up, you know what I'm saying? Okay, forcing the Sada Shakur, Sunday out of Cole. Remember these names? I'm talking fast, man. Hey, man, remember these names, man. He said, Champ, you talking too fast? No, hey, they got it. I bet you remember them rap lyrics.
Yeah.
See, I don't cut them. We putting together a program right now called Retreat from Chirac. An hour from Chicago, taking shorties down the road to some land, to farmland. I told their mamas and dads, all due respect, y'all, ain't no babysitting them. Ain't they coming? We taking them down here. Ain't no babysitting them. I said, man, ain't no breastfeeding. Take them down here, man. Exactly. I know what these guys capable of doing.
Yeah.
The Black Panther Party, you stood up, called a question. Didn't care who it was. Malcolm X told there's a picture on front of Time Life magazine in China. The girl, 15, 16 years old, had a 45 her daddy head. They said, what you doing there for? She said, he betrayed the revolution. He's an Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
You had a climb in the 60s that shook this system at his knees, man. Devil disciples got up and said, baby, we the black disciples. Due to political education, receiving chair for the Black Panther Party. Blacks don't reign, the Black Peace Stone Nation. The FBI told the Vice Lord they'd give him 16th Street if the Black Panther Party couldn't open a free medical on 16th Street. Chairman Fred went and rapped with them brothers and sisters. The Vice Lord said, we work at the Free Medical Center.
Yes.
It was a record load to the black, they call black on black crime. James Brown was in the studio to make a song. H.R. Brown, known as Imam Jimmy Lalami. Remember these names, the brother. I need you to remember these names, man. H.R. Brown, known as Imam Jimmy Lalami, drove down there and told James Brown, dig, dude. You better go back in the studio with that garbage you talking about. James Brown had a vision. After that, he got to put on his, came back out saying, I'm black and I'm proud. A similar vision that Kanye West had after we drove out him at Borders Bookstore, north side of Chicago, had a conversation with him when he came out and said, George Bush don't like black people. Movements make things happen. Streets make the music. Music don't make the streets. Dog wag the tail, tell them wag the dog. The government say, you got to go, man. Put out bogus arguments. U.S. government say, listen, man, I want them knocked off. I want. He say, man, I don't care. Come through directly and indirectly.
Yeah.
He say, employ all our agent provocateurs. Get all our mercenaries. You know what a mercenary is, little brother?
Yeah, I know what a mercenary
is. A hard hit man. Ain't no soldier. It's like a political prostitute. Whatever they do, something strange for some change. Holler for $1. Yeah. Ain't got no allegiance to nothing. Say he want Dead Men's Defense, Bunchy Carter, John Huggins, get him knocked down. Give me some. He wants some bogus letters. He say, man, I want to create an antagonist relationship in Chicago. The blacks don't reign the Black Panther Party. He said, J. Hoover said, goddamn it, by the end of 1969, the Black Panther Party got to be destroyed. Yes. He wants strategic hits. Who to knock off? Who to kill? You ain't got to kill all of them off. Not strategic hits, and do it in the way. Do it in the way similar to doing chattel slavery. When a pregnant sister ran away, go get her. Kill them out. No. Bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Put her in front of the rest of them. Cut her stomach open. Stump her baby. Stump that fetus to death. So she will employ fear. Yep. In the next child. Take Chairman Fred. You go up in the house on 2037 West, Chairman Fred Hampton, they scared to call Chairman Fred Hampton. Go in there. Take him out. Take out the defense at the Mar Clark. Shoot, assassinate Chairman Fred. Some stuff they missing. You can't play on no 19-year-old sister just turned 19. You ain't thinking the average she gonna cover down over her husband's body though.
Right.
Willie Lynch let us say certain things you can't plan on, certain things you don't expect. They don't teach you in West Point. They don't teach them that. They say, okay, that's how they come in subjective, like they did in Latin America, when the Sandinistas women carried the guns, and the men would get them. They weren't expecting the women to have them bangers on them. They weren't expecting no 19-year-old woman to cover down over Tim Fred. You know what I'm saying? Go in the room, find some more shots, make sure he's good and dead. Bring his body out. Chant, police. They ain't got to tell them too much details. Do what you do. They said Chairman Fred is dead. Bring his body out. Then raise up some softball motherfuckers. Then come back and hijack the legacy.
Yeah.
Tell the schools don't ever mention the Black Panther Party. Give you some mutated versions of the Black Panther Party. How these cats so confused like a knockout punch. Have a generation raising up and say they can't tell the difference between the Black Lives Matter and the Black Panther Party. Then and put some arrogance in them. Make them cocky. Under George Bush Sr.'s tenure, over 73% of the population in Iraq was under 17 years old. You had a generation of reactionaries. That's just some of the aspects of COINTELPRO. I'm going to take my water for my coffee real quick. I'll be right back. I'm listening.
And so it says here, in 1971, in San Diego, the FBI financed, armed, and controlled an extreme right-wing group of former members of the Minutemen and active anti-communist preliminary organizations, transforming into a group called Secret Army Organization that targeted groups, activists, and leaders involved in any anti-war movement using both intimidation and violent acts. The FBI has used covert operations against domestic political groups since its inception. However, covert operations under official COINTEL label took place between 1956 and 1971. Many of the tactics used in COINTELPRO are alleged to have seen continuous use, including discrediting, as he said, targets through psychological warfare, screening individuals and groups using forged documents, right? Falsely charged with crimes. Some of the Black Panther parties targeted included Fred Hampton, Mark Clark, Zaid Shakur, Geronimo Pratt, Mama Abu Jamal. Is that right, bro?
Mumia Abu Jamal.
Mumia, I'm sorry. And
Marshall.
Marshall.
You get your pen and paper, little brother. He's still locked up, man.
And Marshall Conway. Common tactics used by the COINTELPRO were perjury, witness harassment, witness intimidation, and withholding of exclusional evidence.
Let me translate it to you in a minute. You get ready.
So these people went through extraordinary measures in order.
Let me give you the raw version. Let me get you see. A lot of times we gotta take the written up versions and stuff through Wikipedia and stuff. I'm giving you the raw and cutting the raw. Sandra Pratt being assassinated. Sandra Pratt. See all this the underbelly of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the different dynamics. I'm talking about motherfuckers coming to your relationships, telling you, you know what I'm saying, they seen your wife, you seen your husband, some other woman, all the type of. It's a movie. I can't remember this movie, man. White lady, she donated to the Black Panther Party. She committed suicide. She said she committed suicide. The slander that the government laid on them, the heat that came down on the man. Can't get no job. Tupac told my his mother can't ever get no job. See all this is the nasty reality. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you hear, you think, you know what I'm saying, the white man, but it's Negroes that was complicit with this, man.
Talk about
it. Yeah. The government started creating bogus. You mentioned Marshall Eddie Conway. He's in Baltimore. The U.S. government created a bogus chapter. You ain't hear me, man. You ain't hear me. You ain't hear me. You hear me, Stephen?
I heard you.
Marshall Eddie Conway was locked up, man. You see a snitch, an informant, is a person that's gonna tell something. We talking about agent provocateurs. They put in money, they invest. See, it's a different dynamic. They create it. You know what I'm saying? Bogus organizations. William O'Neill, the one in the agent William O'Neill.
Yeah.
Listen, man, this chump tried to design electric chairs. When Chan was locked up, he really got out. He really acted a fool. But you know what I'm saying? You see in the movie.
Yeah.
So one brother who homeless right here, right now today. O'Neill put him in an electric chair trying to figure out if he's an informant or not.
He went through great.
This is government, you know what I'm saying? George Sam. See, man, listen, man. Listen. Just to say informant, it kind of waters it down. They invested the whole program, the type of atrocity. Listen, I'm gonna fast forward years down the road with the GDs, the big scoop they had on the GDs in Chicago. When they came out in court that where the most crime, the vicious activities was happening there was the area, was the person who they had exposed that the government had put inside the organization. See, it's a way that people do crimes. You can say, hold on, that's not no. They're like, we used to go like right now. This ain't you, Brother Raymond. You come, you are my generation.
Yeah.
This ain't right now in Chicago. This ain't the Latin Kings no more, man. This the cartel.
Yeah.
There's a different type of stuff going on here, man.
Yeah.
Why you think the movie El Chapo could not be played in Chicago? Rahm Emanuel said he didn't want it to be played. It's a certain type of. When I was in El Salvador, they can tell you, they say, hold on, that's come from MS-13, that come from MS-18. We so destabilized, we don't know the different dynamics in our community, man. Why you think if a domestic violence case happened right now, they would get on news say gang violence, black gang. You ain't never heard them say cartel. Never. They can't say it. That's part of, saying, when the NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement, with William Jefferson Clinton, all of them, this is triggered out impact. Look at the case 3 days ago. A truck in Texas with 55 people dead in the truck. They say, they talking about 4 people and be like, listen, man. You ain't gonna tell me. You better tell me the Santa Claus story. You telling me a truck. Listen, man, ain't no 4 people responsible for no motherfucking 55 people. Truck died, you know what I'm saying, suffocating.
Yeah.
You remember the case? I remember the case. I know Stephen when probably before he was born. In 53rd State, when they got this, the police had got shot over there, and they came out. The police was all involved, all to the bogus stuff. But the police, I got his name. He got shot in 53rd State. When they got through locking up black people, man, they said this is the person that sold a gun. This is the person that the boy used to go to. This is the house the boy stayed at. When they got through, about 25 people locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Huh? This who dropped them off here. You telling me 4? You tell me 4 people got. It's only 4 people. 55 people is dead in the truck in Texas. Come on, man.
Right.
I read the report, man.
Right.
Huh? Because the deal is they're going. It's like when you remember former Lieutenant Police John Burge.
Yeah. Yeah.
John Burge, electric shocking, Mark Clemens, and all these cats on their sex. Look, bro, I hope you got a pen and paper, man. Matter of fact, I'm too old school for you. You don't need no pen and paper. You get that the iPad thing, whatever. Yeah. John Burge, man. Everybody go to a John Burge, a bad police. We the ones who say, hold on, we ain't stopping there. Who was the state's attorney?
Exactly.
Huh? Mayor Daley.
Daley was, man.
Yeah, Mayor Daley. Yeah, he's the state's attorney. See, they want you to make it like this bad. See, it's a machine.
Mm-hmm.
This lady got mad at me the other day. She's talking about, well, I just like Nicky Barnes was a snitch. I said, he was just no snitch. He worked for Rudolph Giuliano. Well, I just don't like her. I said, no. See, it's deeper than that, man.
Yes.
And I don't want to go that far. See, we start to even this thing. Brother, you know about the case going with the cats, Young Thug and them with the YSL.
Mm-hmm.
When the indictment, when the indictments come down. What happened when they got hit with the case?
I mean, from what I heard, they've been They've been having cases on Young Thug since like they've been having stuff on Young Thug since like Young Thug started rapping. They've been having stuff on him
all the time. When did the case happen? When did the get down happen?
They actually went and got him like less than like a month ago.
But what happened?
They got him all on RICO charges.
What happened? What triggered it? What was the thing? Oh, hold up now.
Oh, it was their lyrics. They said that they got him off their lyrics.
They've been doing the lyrics all the years though. What happened when the neck came down? What happened?
If it wasn't the lyrics, I have no clue. Because that's what they said the main reason they got arrested. That's what they was basing all their charges off of, their lyrics, supposedly.
What about the police getting shot and killed? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, wiretaps.
No. When the police got popped.
Okay.
Huh? Come on, listen, man. Go look at the R. Kelly thing when the young white girl popped. Oh, stop the car now. Hold on now. It's a problem here.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Richard Pryor say white people come to the black neighborhood, man. They'll see dope needles in our arms and dope around our nostrils. Say that's a shame. They'll come home and they sung at a can of Budweiser. They say, "Oh my God, it's an epidemic." Go study that case. When the police got shot, that's when they shut them down. Now, all the lyrics that we can be niggas and bees all night long. Go back and look when the heat came down. And see, a lot of cats get confused. You know what I'm saying? Deal is, man, you are told in any community you can do much you want to, man. Listen, man, they had a thing called the Mulford Act, really known as the Panther Bill. The government had no problem with cats having guns in the community. When you had genius visionaries such as Minister of Defense U.E.P. Newton, author Executive Mandate No. 1, they marched up in Sacramento State Capitol, May 2nd, 1967, and politicized the gun. They said, "Oh, hold on, man. This gun is a problem, man. This gun is a problem." Once you start politicizing it, putting it in context, once you cross the lines of certain communities, hold on, it's a problem. You heard of the opium addiction, opium problem? You heard of that before?
I heard of it. I know a little bit about it, but not as much.
Black folks been overdosing, having problems going to jail. They was in the state villa Menard, man, having problems on up for man, I don't know how long.
Right.
When the white children, you know what I'm saying, it became a problem, they called it the opium addiction.
Yeah.
The police started, you know what I'm saying, it became a different dynamic.
Yeah. This became epidemic. When they got it, it became epidemic.
Show you right.
I'm no former.
Show you right.
When they didn't never bothered me. It would never concern them as long as I was injecting it in myself. But the minute they start injecting it, and it start backfiring,
hold on, man.
Stop the press. This is no longer. This is an epidemic.
Hey, could you imagine? Hey, could you imagine? Google, Brother Raymond, Google something for me real quick. How many murders in Chicago last 2 days? No, go back. Okay, the 5-month-old girl got shot in here. What, 4 days ago?
Yeah.
Go back to that date and just give me a number. I mean, the 5-month-old girl. Excuse me. What? How many? What? 5-month-old baby. Let me be real cautious. I word. The 5-month-old baby on South Shore, South Shore, got shot in the head and killed. Whatever day that was,
baby shot in the head on South Shore and killed.
And since then, how many murders it happened in Chicago? I mean, just give me a general number.
I'm gonna give you a general number.
Give me a general number. This is good.
12
shot and killed. Could you imagine if they came on the news today? Now, I know that number's conservative because I know for a fact I can name 12 people myself, you know what I'm saying, who've been laid down in this city. I know that for a fact.
Right.
I know that for a fact. I can tell you 12 people who've been killed in the last few. I know that for a fact.
Right.
But could you imagine the news come on tomorrow tonight and say, "Hey, stop the car"? 12 white poodles were murdered in Chicago. What do you think happens, Brother Steve?
Only then and then will it become a problem when
They'll lock this motherfucker
Yeah,
down.
lock it down. They lock it down by some dogs.
And you wouldn't have no motherfucking dogs telling each other, "Hey man, woof, woof, woof. I think it's a dog on dog problem. I think we're doing it to ourselves." Some dog gonna say, "Man, dig, I think the AKC, somebody in power is involved in this here, man." I don't think that Saint Bernard got the power to come through and just lay us down like this here, and we in this unsolved crime. I don't think them Chihuahuas is, responsible for laying the fentanyl, doing it in our community. I think somebody in power is knocking us off. It's some sort of it's a certain breed of us that's constantly getting knocked off. I seen when they went up north and knocked the other dogs down, that motherfucker addressed it.
Right. Exactly. Because what I wanted him to understand is too, with the COINTELPRO, how J. Edgar Hoover, how he designed it, but how it backfired. Because when they assassinated the chairman, and Mark Clark, when they did that, they thought it was over, but they didn't know it was only the beginning. And this is what I was talking about. This is why I wanted Fred Hampton Jr. to elaborate on, because it backfired on them, because they thought they had did something and they thought the movement was dead. But as you see, Chairman Jr. sitting right there. So it didn't backfire. I mean, it backfired on them and they thought it was over, but it never could be over.
They got a little breathing time. They got a little space for, what I'm saying? We went through a sort of cloud, like I said, cats can put together what happened. They got a little, you get little Negroes, a little run time. It's a constant, we out, it's a constant battle. This is a protracted struggle. It's an ongoing thing. It's not an overnight thing. But you know what I'm saying? And it's a revolution it's not, as Minister UP News says, it's not an incident, it's not a dinner date. It's a protracted struggle, so it's ongoing. And you know what I'm saying? And every once in a while we get to make that connection. A lot of times cats be thinking it's the first time it's happening. But it's ongoing, like when you run a race, a baton, you pass the baton, and we go through, battle fatigue and stuff like that. So believe me, I go through it. Man, I was so drained talking to this slave. I'm gonna use it in one of my lyrics next time. I was so drained talking to this slave this morning. I was like, damn, it's a battle fatigue talking to some of these Negroes, man. Straight up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And I try not to take it personally and subjectively, man. But it's an ongoing battle that we gotta, put in context, man. And we come a lot of times, we taking a lot of hits though, man. You know what I'm saying? We took a lot of hits, man.
Take a lot of hits.
They bring out these boats, you know what I'm saying? Some cat called yesterday on our show, a radio program, Freedom on Radio. Cat called him from Clubhouse. Hey man, what about this Fred Hampton Gun Club? And I really feel bad even to mention. I said, that's not us. That's not saying. It's some cities and some. See, Brother Raymond, I'm gonna say this to you, man. You might be subjective. I say this is my mother all the time. I said, Mom, I think Mother Compton, man, you can get a subjective. I mean, we're in Chicago. It's real. It's corroded. We like it's like a structure. Like as soon as you seen that brother come in with that program, you said, I'm calling the chairman.
Yeah.
Brother Raymond, you'll be surprised, man, how much counterfeit stuff is being put forward as the Black Panther Party. You'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? One lady called me talking about, well, I donated some money to the Fred Hampton Gun Club. And this group. I said, what you calling me for? I said, no, you ain't supported this. You ain't supported the Hampton House. It's something in you there's something attracted you with that. You know what I'm saying? In certain places, you'll be surprised how much snake oil they can sell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So keep in mind, Brother Raymond, a lot of people, that's their first contact. You know what I'm saying? It's like a person, like with puppies, they say, don't let a puppy be around a cat because they might get beat up the first time and it can break their spirit. A lot of people's spirits have been broke because they first contact with organizations or movement. I meet people all the time. I like that. What the Black Panther Party was? Oh man, I don't want to be involved. You weren't ever in the movement. Your first car, somebody sell you a lawnmower tractor, right? You got your pink slip, you riding around, you know what I'm saying? You got your tractor, you tell man, your guys pull up to me. We got the car club show coming this weekend. You pull up in the gas station, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else, you know what I'm saying? They got their coupe de ville, you know what I'm saying? They rising. You in your lawnmower, this your first quote unquote car.
Right.
You ride around, you get to the place, and everybody laughing at you. And what's so funny? You know what I'm saying? You saying stuff don't make sense. Everybody else talking about transmissions and carburetor. You can't fit in. Like, what are they talking about? Then you come back, man, I don't like cars no more. So I said, bro, Raymond, man, you ain't never had no car. One time, I'm gonna tell you one more time. Hear me on this, bro, Steve. Hear me on this real quick. It's these reactionary cats that be getting down on me, right? I'll be working with some time. So when they get into an argument one time, right? So one guy say, man, hey man, I be watching you, man. You don't really respect black women. Another guy say, what you mean? He say, I see how you talk to him, man. He say, you ain't never had no black woman. So one guy say, man, I got 8 kids. What you mean? Dude say, man, I met all their mothers. Again, you ain't never had no black woman. See, reactionaries can't tell a woman from a female, a man from a male. The Black Panther Party for some other, you know what I'm saying, some other counterfeit, you know what I'm saying? And the deal is, if that's your first contact, a lot of children think their first home cooked meal, you know, Cheetos at the Arab store. Cheese on, you know what I'm saying? And they come back, you say, man, we finna have Sunday dinner. They like, man, I don't like Sunday dinner. You say, young man, you ain't never had no Sunday dinner.
Right.
Yes, that hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So COINTELPRO was effective in some places, man. A lot of cases, casualties, man. They first, it's indented in them. It's they first frame of reference, man.
Because I think that's when the 4-block radius came into play too. A lot of us were scared to move off the block to adventure new things, and so we get stuck and swallowed.
You get pulled over. Where you going? Come on, you're not just scared for a reason. What you doing? Where you going, man? You know we ride through. Where you going? Police ask you right through the door. Where you going? So
I can remember.
Media, we got using social media. We got using this brother Stephen Thomas. We got using. We want him to post that. On him tag. On him come on our radio show. We want this the project he did at the Hampton House. We want this. We want this on Instagram. We want put this out. We gotta use all the forms of communication.
Right, because to your point, I was walking down the Division towards Rush Street, right?
Yeah. And
every Friday, I would notice they would put out the blue horses. And I would say, what they putting the blue horses? What's going on with this? Right. So the closer I got, once I got to a certain point downtown on Clark and Division, once I passed Clark and Division, they told me, this is your stopping point. You can't come no further.
The
pig, you couldn't come back much around. You could. We had to go all the way. We had to go down and go around to Chicago Avenue and come down Rush the other way.
Come on, bro.
To come down there because they didn't want no black people and people from the project down there.
Man.
And I remember it vividly like it was yesterday.
I remember, hey, I'm 14 years old, man. I'm over there by Gage Park. I never forget it, man. At a gas, I stepped in the alley to use the washroom. The police drove me to me. Don't you ever come on this? You come past this block right here, this side right here, man. I never forget it. I never forget it, man. You know what I'm saying? We grew up in this, man. I'll wake up on the bus and see white people say, "Oh, I missed my stop." You know what I'm saying? We knew where to go and where not to go, man.
Yeah.
It's places in Chicago we still ain't seen to this day.
Yeah.
It's in Chicago and it's in Chirac. It's places in Chicago that's really beautiful. You know that we have never seen.
Yeah. And so that's some of the things that I wanted to enlighten them on because there's a breakthrough. See, with young Stephen, it's a breakthrough because his parents is revolutionaries.
Well, hey, again, I want to just say again, man, appreciate your parents, man, because again, man, and I want to say this about the honesty. See. Do this here. Quote me on this, Stephen. Being oppressed is embarrassing. Remember that quote I said? Being oppressed is embarrassing. And a lot of times we try to jive ourselves about it. Well, I ain't really oppressed. Man, let's be honest about this here. When he say his mother told him through the door, if you don't make if they ain't uncomfortable, you slack.
Right.
See,
Right.
a lot of people say, well, son, you mustn't articulate it correctly. You must, you know what I'm saying? Did you say it the right way? No, let's be upfront about it. This is an uncomfortable subject. You know what I'm saying? Listen, hey, they shoot that man tombstone up every year, little brother. You hear me?
Wow.
You hear me, bro? The police shoot that man tombstone up every year like clockwork, man. They don't forget. Let's be honest. Let's be upfront. How much more time we got? I got to make a move in a minute. I'm looking.
We got about 4 more minutes. We got 4 minutes.
I yield to our little brother. I yield.
Go ahead. What you want to say, Steve?
Y'all just opened my eyes, man. Like I thought that I knew a fair amount of stuff that I had, like a lot of the stuff I had on the board.
All due respect, your mother, your parents, help open your eyes. I might be bringing some Visine, make it a little more clearer. I commend your parents. See, a lot of parents keep their children's eyes closed. Don't talk about that, son. Don't look that way, the daughter. That's who open your man. They open your eyes. I may be guilty of bringing some Visine, you know what I'm saying, making it more clearer. That's all. Go ahead.
Say, we use some counterpoints, but it is your parents. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And before them, it's something that's important to make you even attract to this. I'll show you some guys who their parents are telling, don't you talk about that, son.
Go ahead.
My fault. Go ahead.
But yeah, y'all put so much more stuff into perspective for me. I got so much. I have so much more to talk about. Like just off what you all told me. I just want to thank y'all for taking the time out of y'all day to educate me, to give me a better perspective of things that I'm already talking about. I'm gonna remember this day for the rest of my life. Like I'm never gonna forget this day.
Yeah, and what I want you to know is that the chairman said that he wants you to bring your piece, making it honorable for the Hampton House, and be a special guest for the chairman's birthday.
August 30th. And if y'all clear tomorrow at 2:00, we're gonna be on Madison in California at the wall giving a free food giveaway. Big old bags of food. Tomorrow at 2:00 p.m. Madison in California, the big mural. We right there giving away tons of food. Black Panther Party Cubs. And man, we should put the word out. Come on, Freedom on Radio. The Hampton House is open for y'all August 30th. Let's stay connected. Brother Raymond, I'm gonna say, man, I need that picture from the time we did the youth together, man. Then that video with Samir Rice. And I appreciate it, man. Hey, brother, hey, man, so much, man. I appreciate you.
And I want him to go. I want to be on Freedom on Radio, man, because they need to hear that. They need
How do young people say less? Done.
They need to hear that's right. So, man, man, we love you, man. I love y'all, man. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
That's right.
I'm excited to be able to bring this demonstration together and bring it into fruition, because this is history right here.
Yes, sir.
Because we don't get together and talk about positive stuff. We get together and talk about negative stuff. We get together and point fingers at each other instead of uplifting and motivating each other. And see, this is what me and the chairman does on a daily basis. And you see, I don't have to call him at all, but when I pick up this phone and he see my name, we already know it's business.
What?
If I see him, I know the same thing. This is how we dialogue, because we real recognize real.
Better believe it. One of my comrades just tapped in. Hey, look, the Rainbow Coalition, you seen that movie? It's still happening, man. The indigenous, they coming through big time for August 30th, man. Tiny House Warriors. Google on Instagram, man. Connor dot tattoo. Look on Instagram. Hey, I just Seattle. It's still happening right now. Right as we speak, right now.
So you got a lot going on, young man.
Man,
You got a lot. You're gonna be guests on a lot of stuff, man. This is gonna be historic for you.
you heard of 85 South, little brother? You heard of 85 South?
No, sir.
You know heard 85 South, the podcast? Type them young cats. You heard DC Fly, DC Young Fly?
Oh, no,
Come on,
never.
man. See, I'm telling you why he didn't catch it at first. He thought I was he was in his conscious mind. Listen, man, I'm at the pool hall, the barber shop, the street, everything. 85 South, DC Young Fly. He shut the Every Crown Theater down last month. Said, man, he go Chairman Fred, DC Young Fan, Chico B is hosting Chairman Fred's birthday August 30th. Carlos, go Google 85 South Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., the Black Panther Party Cubs on that. Man, we ain't playing with him. We working on a tour right now, the Rainbow Coalition, with the Tiny House Warriors. We finna hit all the podcasts throughout the country. We ain't playing with them, man. Man, we coming to your pool halls, your barbershop, man. Ask Siri about us, man.
But Erica said, "Love you more. Got to tell our own history, or it would be erased. Hampton House should be a national landmark with."
It is. The Hampton House is a national, international landmark. Hampton is a landmark. It's on SMAG. It's going there. It's April 19th. The Hampton House is a land. Man, listen, pack y'all. Man, get on your horse.
We gotta get more funding and everything.
We need more funding. We need right. SaveTheHamptonHouse.org. Hit that donate button. Cash App, $ Save the Hampton House. We need more funding. We need more support. We're doing July 16th. We're doing the Larry Roberson cleanup at the Hampton House. We cleaning up around here, man. July 16th. That's a Saturday. So we need all hands on deck.
She said, "You deserve reparation."
Yes, indeed. Right on.
See, I'm thinking global. See, this is his mother. This is his mother.
Come on now.
See, so this is what I'm saying.
That's Stephen Mother?
Yeah, the Stephen Mother talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right on.
So we gonna definitely have everything together. We're gonna put everything together for you, young brother. You're gonna be there. In fact, through God's grace and mercy, I'll be flying in that day, especially to be with you guys to commend this day. You know, I'm in Houston right now, taking on some business down here in Houston. But I got some people.
I got some people I got connected with in Houston too, man.
All right, let's do it.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna connect you facing the Ghetto Boys while you're down there too.
All right, so we're gonna do that, and most importantly, we're gonna get your information, Erica. I'm gonna send you chairman's number. Y'all connect and get the Stephen on the show, and we're gonna dialogue this. We're gonna blow it up. All right.
Okay.
So this is what we're doing. We're taking this colossal, like you say. We global.
Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
Exactly. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna put you. And we're proud of you, young brother.
Yes.
And we're gonna push you, and we're gonna
hold the line. Hold the line, little brother.
Hold the line.
I know you're gonna be in places. It ain't believe me. You're gonna be in places where it's not popular. It's not chic. It's not cool. Go check out the 85 South. We coming in, man. To hold the line, believe me, I know you're gonna be tired of people. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna feel like, damn, I'm the only one talking about this here. I know it's a lonely road. Believe me, I know.
And let me share this with you.
Hold the line. Okay, the storm gonna hold the line.
The chairman senior, the legendary, the honorable Fred Hampton Sr. was a genius, phenomenal, and he posed a threat to the world because he opened the eyes and ears of the people. And he said, "Gang? What gang? I'm here talking about revolution. I'm here to open the eyes and the ears of our people." He didn't see black, white. He didn't see white or stone, black people. He seen brothers and sisters was being mistreated. And he created programs that you see now, the WIC program, the free lunch programs. When none of that had happened, if it hadn't been for the honorable Fred Hampton Sr. and the Black Panther Party movement. See, this is what the people don't want you to talk about, because this is what's happening, and how these Europeans is eating off the creativity of the chairman. And see, this is why we get excited about this, because we know our history and we know who our people are and what he has done and what he means. It shouldn't be he shouldn't have to raise a thing. Fred Hampton Jr. shouldn't have to raise a finger for anything. The Hampton House should be, and let me speak it into existence, it will be remodeled and brought up to its proper fashion. And it's going to take us to do it. Not them, but us. Because as we wait on these so-called, like Malcolm said, the House and the field niggas, we ain't waiting on them. No. We got to get this together. And the time is now. So I thank you guys. This has been a powerful conversation with Brother Raymond. It'll be many more. I love you, Honorable Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. You know it's much love.
Much love.
I salute you, Scholar Stephen Smith. I proclaim and our ancestry that you will be in the forefront of our new movement in the future. So I proclaim that. Don't be afraid, like your mama say. Don't be afraid, but make them uncomfortable. That's what we here to do. To make
that's
them
the clarity. Stephen Thomas. Don't make the Stephen Thomas. That's Stephen Smith. That's that.
I mean Stephen Thomas. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't get mixed up with that dude.
That mark. See, that mark popped in my mind because he's a snake. But anyway, I got
right. I'll say make that Stephen Thomas. Right.
The snake. And see when I get in that movement, see how my spirit right.
I know. But I'll make sure we clear. Yeah, right.
But you, Stephen Thomas, you're the leader. You're the new leader of the forefront, and we salute you, brother. And we're gonna honor you, and we'll be there every step of the way. Don't you worry about nothing. We got your back. You tell them I don't need to look behind me, because I got a whole nation behind me, and they revolutionaries.
Come on.
And in the words of the Honorable Fred Hampton Sr., I am a revolutionary.
So you're right.
So I love y'all, man. It's been a phenomenal show. Ain't nothing you can do. I know y'all got things to do and places to go. As again, it's been an awesome conversation. A conversation with Brother Raymond. Katie, know you got any last words before we go?
All I gotta say is it has been a great show. It's been an educational show. It's been a knowledgeable show. And I'm gonna tell you something. Facebook, oh yeah, you blocked it. You blocked it. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna go to YouTube and I'm gonna tell you. You blocked it. And I know you blocked it because I've been watching and I've been sharing. They blocked this show.
We're gonna get the word out. We're gonna get it out there.
We're gonna get it out there though.
We're gonna get it out.
Yeah. Because I'm going to YouTube.
Mark Zuckerberg can't stop this here. That's right.
That's right. I'm gonna go to YouTube. I'm gonna download the show. I'm gonna send you the link. And when you post the link is gonna be the show in entirety. Please share it because Facebook should know you low down. And I said it. My name is Katie Lowe, and this is Rhythm Flow Radio Live.
Respect Katie Lowe, right on.
You blocked it, Facebook. You low down dog.
Right on.
They can't stop us. They blocked us, but they can't stop us.
That's right.
But listen. It's a holiday weekend. You all know what's out there.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
That's right.
You gotta be careful.
That's right.
You gotta be on your guard.
That's right.
Okay, you know the do's and don'ts.
That's right.
Because you know what they want.
That's right.
Please don't let them have it. Please don't let them have it over the weekend.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Don't be a fatality. Don't be there.
Right.
Don't do it. Okay? Enjoy the weekend. Okay? And we will see you next Friday, right here at 5, on A Conversation with Brother Raymond. And my name is Katie Lowe, and this is Rhythm Flow Radio Live. Thank you.
Peace.
Peace. Free them all.
Free them all. Free them all. Free them all.
Free them all. Free them all. Free them all. That on.
Okay. All right, y'all. We out of here.
Get with you soon.
Right on. Good show. Send them my contact.
I got you.
Yes, sir.
All right.